Hi everyone, welcome to our third topic about partnership. Patatlong topic na tayo, apat ang topic ng partnership eh. So malapit na tayo matakbo. So we have first, just a recap, we have first the formation, okay? So paano buuin ang partnership? Partnership operations, paano pinapatakbo ang partnership? And then this one, paano kapag nag-iba yung ihip ng hangin at parang parang gusto naming magdagdag ng partners o di kaya naman gusto naming magtanggal ng partners or may nangyari like for example namatay yung isang partner. Diba sabi natin partnership is actually can be easily dissolved, okay, due to certain reasons. Kasi parang nawawala yung original consent, original agreement kapag may namatay ang isa or kapag may na-admit na isa. Okay, so the partnership is dissolved. Okay, so this topic, partnership dissolution, is all about how to account for partnership dissolution and what to remember. Okay, kasama din sa kanya is paano kapag ilang taon na kaming partnership, gusto na naming i-upgrade, okay, level up naman kami, gawin namin corporation yung partnership namin. Okay, so this is what the topic is about. Parang nai-stress ako dahil ng pandemic. Lahat naman tayo nai-stress, pero parang super stress. So, anyway. Okay, let's start. So, dissolution. Ano ba itong dissolution? It is actually a change in the relation of the partners caused by any partner being disassociated from the business. So, any change in relation. Okay, so, nag-break. Charot. Okay, so, if dati yung partners ay si A, B, C lang, pag na-admit si D, okay, na-dissolve yung partnership na dati ABC lang kasi pumasok si D. Why? Kasi nag-iba na yung relations nila. Hindi na lang sila si ABC. Naging ABCD na sila. Okay? Paano naman kung sumalangit nawa si A? So, pag sumalangit na nga si A, nag-iba din yung relations nila. Naging B at C na lang. Dati ABC sila nung nag-form ng partnership. Okay? So, yon. So, that's the change in relation. It is different from liquidation in a sense na liquidation is actually the termination of the business o wala na, break na. Okay, ayaw na namin, wala nang tuloy-tuloy ito. So, yun yung partnership liquidation. Yun yung didiscuss natin sa sunod. How to terminate a partnership. Dito naman, what if nag-change yung relations, what will we do? Okay, paano natin i-account yon? Okay, so yan. It does not necessarily terminate the business. New articles of partnership should be made when the partnership continues after dissolution. This is if you are registered, okay, with SEC. So you have to resubmit your amended articles of partnership if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so yon. There is a change in the relation of the partner. So yun yan. Next, major considerations in accounting for partnership dissolution. So we have didiscuss natin to lahat. Admission of a partner. What if gusto namin magdagdag or gusto ng mga partners na may naibigang isang partner. So, papapasukin sa partnership, padalwa, withdrawal, retirement, or death of a partner. So, syempre magbabago kapag umayaw yung isa, nag-retire yung isa, at namatay or sumakabilang buhay. Okay, so next we have incorporation of a partnership. Okay, so we have some reminders. So when dealing with partnership dissolution, you have to clarify sa sarili mo which is the capital interest and which is the profit or loss interest. Why? Kasi kapag nagkandalito-lito ka, pinaghalo-halo mo lahat ng percentages na hindi mo na nalaman na ito pala yung capital interest, ito yung profit or loss, mawawala ka in accounting for the admission, for the withdrawal, yan. So, you have to distinguish the two. Alin ba yung capital interest? That is actually the net, yung claims ng partners. Okay? Sa net assets of the partnership as shown by the balance of their capital accounts. Yun yung capital interest. Ngayon, capital interest eh. So, yon. Ang profit or loss interest is yung sharing nila. Okay? It does not necessarily mean na 30% ang capital interest ko sa partnership ay 30% din ang P&L ratio ko. No. Maaaring capital interest mo is 50% sa partnership, pero ang profit or loss sharing mo is let's say for example 30% for some unknown reasons na yun na napagkasunduan nyo. Although kalahati ng investment sa partnership ay ikaw ang nagbigay, ay malay ko ba. Okay, so yon. Okay, so remember that. Next, assignment of an interest to a third party. This is also a reminder. If you have encountered a problem regarding inassign nung isang partner yung interest niya sa partnership, okay, hindi actually siya dissolution of a partnership. Kasi parang ina-assign mo lang kunwari, papunta akong abroad. Pupunta mo na akong abroad, I will look for greener pasture. So, dahil papunta kang abroad, pero ayaw mong bitawan yung partnership, binigay mo sa isang administrator mo, or di kaya naman kaibigan mo, o kaya naman anak mo, yung partnership interest mo, parang nagiging proxy niya. Okay? So, when a partner assigns his interest, okay, to a third party, hindi siya dissolution. Bakit? Kasi hindi naman nagiging partner yung ina-assign niya ng interest. Okay? Parang nagiging lang niya, alter ego lang niya yung inassign niya, the third party na inassign niya para ma-receive kung ano man yung kunwari, nag-profit yung partnership. So, ma-receive yung hati niya sa profit or loss. And some matters na siguro by authorization is siya na yung magde-decide kasi nasa malayong lugar ako. So, kung what is the action of my assignee, it reflects my action. Pwedeng ganun yung kasunduan. Okay? So, the assignee does not become my partner. Pero dapat alam ng partners na inassign mo yung partnership interest mo. Okay? Kasi for some reasons. So, yan. Okay. May issue dito sa valuation ng partnership. Let's look at it. So, if there's an agreement of the partners to revalue, then reflect the necessary adjustments before dissolution. So, kasi, ang paniniwala nila is, sa revaluation, dapat ba na when you admit a partner or when there is a change in relation of the partners, dapat ba nire-revalue yung assets? Okay, there are two paniniwalas. Una is the revaluation approach. This is actually the goodwill procedure or the non-GAAP. Sabi sa revaluation approach, kailangan before magkaroon ng admission or withdrawal or any change in relations of the partners, you have to check if the fair values of the assets, okay, are up to date. Okay? Kasi, sabi ng mga naniniwala sa revaluation approach, it reflects the true economic status of the partnership. Okay? So, yan. So, kailangan mag-revalue muna. So, yun yung paniniwala nila. This is actually non-GAAP kasi it does not conform with accounting standards. Kaya nga siya non-GAAP approach eh. So, yon. Then, yung isang paniniwala is the absence of the revaluation of yung bonus procedure. That's the GAAP. Okay, dito naman sa bonus is nire-recognize mo yung decreases in net assets. Okay? And you have non-recognition of increases in net asset revaluation. That's non-GAAP. Also, in a sense, madalit sabi, you do not revalue the assets. Okay? So, yun yung paniniwala nila. Why? Because it conforms with GAAP na yun. Okay? So, alin pa rin ang malakas dito? Syempre, sabi, if there's an agreement of the partners to revalue, then you have to revalue. Okay, so yon. Pinakita lang natin yung magkaibang paniniwala nila. The revaluation approach and then the bonus procedure or the GAAP procedure na there will be no revaluation. So, okay, so yan pala sila. Diniscuss. Akong gumawa ng PowerPoint pero hindi ko alam kung ano laman. Revaluation approach. So, ito, sabi ko, assets and liabilities should be recorded their fair values after complete analysis. Both tangible and intangible assets acquired by the new entity, including the goodwill created by the previous partnership, should be recorded. So, yung paniniwala niya. So, nire-reval yung assets and liabilities, and then the tangible and intangible assets acquired, including goodwill, ay nire-record. Okay? Yung isa naman, absence of the revaluation approach, existing book values should not be adjusted to fair values unless such adjustments would have otherwise been allowed by GAAP. So, titingnan mo yung GAAP, allowed ba sa kanya ng revaluation? Okay, so there are certain standards na ina-allow na nire-revalue yung assets. Okay, pero taliwas siya kay revaluation approach kasi kay revaluation, whether sabi ni GAAP or hindi, i-revalue natin lahat. Okay, so ganun. This includes recognition of decreases in net asset revaluation. So, yun nga. And then, non-recognition of increases in net asset revaluation. So, that's non-GAAP. Okay, so, yan. Pinakita lang natin. Okay, ma'am, importante ba? Importante na malaman mong may issue regarding these two valuations. Okay, so, next. So, let's start. So, let's start with admission of partners. What do you need to consider in the admission of a partner? So, it should be noted that admission of a new partner requires consent of the existing partners. Ma'am, paano kapag isa kayo? Kunwari, ex mo yung pumasok. Tapos, tatlo kayo sa partnership. Biglang, sabi nung isa, kailangan natin ng industrial partner. Tapos, nung pinili, pagdating, ex mo pala. Okay, handa ka na ba? Naka-move on ka na ba? Maging katrabaho mo yung ex mo. So, if you do not agree na maging industrial partner siya, may problema. Okay? Magkakaroon ng problema sa partnership. Why? Because there are conflicting. Okay? Walang consent. Kumbaga, you do not agree. Ang kailangan nga is consent na existing partners. Pwede ka naman mapili. Sige na nga. Okay? So, pwede naman ganon. Okay? So, anong gagawin? Di pag-uusapan. Okay? So, yun. Okay, so such admission may be effected either through, so dalawang ways. Okay? You have purchase of interest of the partnership. Ma'am, ano yung purchase of interest? Binibili nung padating na partner yung interest nung mga existing partners, binibili niya. Okay? Yung isa, investment in the partnership, hindi niya binibili yung existing interest ng partner sa partnership. Nag-i-invest siya. Gumagawa siya ng sarili niyang interest sa partnership. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? So, let's first start with purchase of interest. So, this transaction is a personal transaction. Why? It is between the partners. Okay? So, pag between the partners, actually, kung titingnan mo siya in a sense, labas siya sa partnership. Kaya, it is not recorded in the partnership books. Ano ang ibig sabihin mo? So, kunwari, ang interest na binili sa iyo ni padating na partner is 30,000. Binayad sa iyo, kasi ayaw mo pumayag na 30,000 din. Okay? So, ang binayad sa iyo ni partner is, sige, bibilhin ko yan, 30,000. Binayad ko ay 50,000. So, binayaran mo si partner, binayaran mo siya ng 50,000. So, ibig sabihin, si partner na binibilhan mo is may 20,000 gain. Hindi siya lalabas sa books. Okay, nag-Starbucks lang kayo, nag-abutan kayo, so may gain siyang 20,000. So, parang ganun lang. It does not, the gain or losses from that transaction ay hindi nagre-reflect sa partnership books. The only entry to be made is a transfer within equity. Yun lang, yung 30,000 na binili mo dun sa partner, magre-reflect siya sa partnership books. Mababawasan ng 30,000 yung binilhan mo, and then, yung ikaw, madadagdagan ka ng 30,000. So, ganon. Yon. I hope that's clear. Lagi kasi yung example ko dyan is yung Starbucks. Okay? The capital balances, example, diba? Example tayo. The capital balances and profit or loss ratios of partners in Twiceco are as follows. So, we have Dion, capital, ubans. So, Dion capital, we have 40,000. PNL niya is 40%. Mina, 60,000, 30%, and partner Jonghyun, we have 80,000, that's 30%. So, yun yung mga capital balances niya. Si Momo, padating siya, okay, purchases 1/2 of Jonghyun's capital interest for 48,000. Okay, so required, provide the journal entry to record the transaction. So, anong gagawin natin? Binili daw ni Momo yung kalahati ng capital interest ni Jonghyun. Magkano ba ang capital interest ni Jonghyun? 80,000. Binili niya daw yung kalahati, which is 40,000. Doon pa lang makikita mo na, oh wait, binili niya for 48. Parang, oo nga, 40. 40 yung interest ni Jonghyun na binibili for 48,000 ang bigay ni Momo. So, tingnan natin kung paano yung account. Okay? So, ang entry niya is like this only. Babawasan mo ang capital ni Jonghyun. How do you decrease capital account knowing that increases are recorded? Normal balance ng capital account is credit. So, ide-debit mo siya para siya mag-decrease. Okay, so debit, Jonghyun capital, tanggalan mo siya ng 40,000 kasi kalahati. And then, Momo, papasok na siya. Pag papasok na, i-increase mo, credit mo ang Momo capital. So, Momo capital, 40,000. So, provided ng computation, 80,000 divided by 2. Yung 80,000 is the capital of Jonghyun, divide 2, 40,000. Okay? What was paid? 48. Magkano ang kinita ni Jonghyun sa pagbili sa kanya ni Momo ng capital? 8,000. Sa Starbucks lang sila nag-abutan. Kaya, hindi siya recorded sa partnership books. Ma'am, kahit sa partnership na headquarters, hindi pa rin, naman. Okay? Kasi that is a transaction between the partners. Okay? Nagbilihan lang silang dalawa. Okay? So, yun. Next problem. So, iba't ibang scenarios tayo, ha? So, the capital balances of profit or loss ratio sa partners twice ko. So, ganun pa rin. Okay? Dayon, Mina, Jonghyun. So, you have 40, 30, 30, and then capital of 40, 60, 80. Momo purchases 25% of Dayon. So, iba na ang scenario niya. 25% of Dayon's, Mina's, and Jonghyun's capital interest for 60,000. So, medyo dumami yung kanyang bili. Si Dayon, si Mina, si Jonghyun, 25% ng kanilang capital interest. So, binilhan niya lahat. Okay? So, ang kailangan is provide a journal entry. So, let's look. So, we have, paano ko computein yung 25%? So, we have computation. We have Dayon. Ang kay Dayon capital is 40,000. Multiply mo lang sa binili ni Momo. That's 25%. Okay? Kay Mina naman, ganun din, 60,000 times 25% na binili. And then, we have Jonghyun, 80,000 times 25% na binili. You have total of 45,000. So, what was paid is 60,000. Okay, this is not recorded in the partnership books. So, paano natin i-record lahat yan? Okay, i-record mo yung mga nabawasang capital. So, we have debit Dayon, 10,000. Mina, we have 15,000. And Jonghyun, we have 20. So, paano na-compute yun yung nasa taas, yung computation niya. And then, Momo, i-add mo lang lahat, 45,000. Pero look at what she paid, 60,000 yung binayad niya. Okay, so, nung 60,000 yung chinek ko yung pusa ako, nawawala kasi. Okay, yung chinek niya, yung binayad, chinek mo pala yung binayad ni Momo, 60,000, pero ang nakuha lang niyang capital credits is 45,000. Ibig sabihin, nag-gain yung mga partners. Okay, is it recorded in the partnership books? No. Okay. Next, how much is the capital balances of the partners after Momo's admission? So, i-adjust natin. Okay, so we have the table. So, we have Dayon, Mina, Jonghyun, Momo. Okay? Ang total, bago dumating si Momo, is 180,000. Okay? Lalagay mo yung capital beginning. You have 40,000 for Dayon, 64 Mina, and then Jonghyun, 80. Then, i-deduct mo na yung binili. That's 25% ng capital balances nila, binili ni Momo. So, you have 10,000 for Dayon, Mina for 15, Jonghyun for 20, and then, ipasok mo yung 45 ni Momo. Okay, so, yon. Then, we have capital end. So, adjust mo lang. Ang bagong capital balances ni Dayon ay 30, Mina ay 45, Jonghyun ay 60, and then Momo 45, for a total of 180,000. Question, nagbago ba ang total capital of the partnership? Hindi, 'di ba? Okay, kasi nagbilihan lang sila ng capital interest. So, amongst the partners lang. Nagbago? Hindi nagbago ang capital balance. That's one of the characteristics of problems regarding purchases of interest in a partnership. Okay, admission of a partner na purchase of interest. Hindi naman nagbabago ang capital balance, total capital balances. Ano? Vicky? Next, scenario. Ang dami ng scenario. What if Momo purchases 20% interest in the net assets and profits of the partnership from Dayon and Mina for 50,000? So, dalawa lang yung binilhan niya, si Dayon at si Mina. Dayon and Mina agreed to share proportionately on the 20% interest sold to Momo. The net assets of the partnership is at 180,000 on Momo's admission day. So, ito naman, 20% interest in the net assets and profits of the partnership from Dayon and Mina. Okay, so let's look. Anong kailangan? Journal entry at saka new capital ratio. Ratio. Okay? Kasi kanina hindi natin pinrovide yung bagong ratio. Ngayon, in this scenario, we will provide for paano mag-compute ng new P&L ratios. Okay. So first, we record the capital interest na binili ni Momo. So we have Momo's, dahil proportionate share ng net assets, 20% ng net assets ang binili ni Momo. So, compute. Sabi, ang valuation daw ng assets nung admission ni Momo is 180,000. So, times 20% mo lang, you have 36,000. Okay? So, sa 36,000 na yon, okay, hahatiin mo yon sa capital interest, okay, ni Dayon at ni Mina. Okay? Again, this is not hatian ng profit or loss. This is hatian ng capital. Capital interest. So, paano ginagawa yon? First, you put the 36,000, multiply it by the ratio, capital interest ratio ni Dayon na 40%, divided by 70%. Ma'am, paano nakuha yung 70%? You just add Dayon and Mina's capital interest because sila lang dalawa naman yung nagbebenta ng kanilang interest kay Momo. Okay? So, 40 yung kay Dayon, 30 yung kay Mina, add mo lang 70%. Ma'am, ano po itong ratio na ito? You are getting the ratio of Dayon sa kanilang dalawa. Kasi 40% yung kanya, dalawa sila maghahati. Di 40% divided by 70%. Hindi naman pwedeng 40% lang. Bakit? Pag 40% lang ang ginamit mo, remember na nandyan si Jongyon. So, magsasala ka. Hindi naman binilhan si Jongyon. Sila lang naman dalawa. So, dahil sila lang involved, add mo lang yung capital interest nila. Yun yung denominator mo. Okay? So, we have 36,000 times 40% divided by 70%. You have 20,571 for Dayon. Yun yung bebenta niya kay Momo. Then we have Mina's sold interest, 36,000 times 30% divided by 70% is equal to 15,429. Okay, so, yun yung babawas mo ngayon kay Mina. So, Dayon, Mina, debit, yung amounts na ibabawas, and then credit Momo, 36,000. Magkano nga binayad ni Momo? 50,000. Ibig sabihin, may gain na naman si Dayon at si Mina. Okay, so, do we record the gains of Mina and Dayon? So, no. Okay, so, yun. Okay, next. We compute for the new P&L ratios. So, we have Dayon. Paano computein ang bagong P&L? Mamandami naman kinukompute. Ba yan? So, unahin mo muna yung original capital ratio ni Dayon, which is 40%. I-deduct mo yung naging share niya sa 20%. Okay, 20% na binili ni Momo. Paano yun? 20%. Okay? Times 40% divided by 70%. Diba, familiar ka na dun sa ratio? 40% because sila lang naman dalawa ni Mina ang may selling na nangyari. Sila lang dalawa dapat na capital balances yung ma-adjust. So, yung capital ratios nilang involved. So, 20%, yun yung binili ni Momo. Gusto mo malaman kung magkano yung kay yung share ni Dayon doon. So, 20% times 40% divided by 70%. Okay? Then, pag nakuha mo na yung sagot na yon, i-minus mo yon sa 40%, yun na yung bagong capital ratio ni Dayon, which is 28.57%. Okay? Ganon din ang gagawin kay Mina. The original capital balance minus yung naging share ni Mina doon sa binili ni Momong capital interest, which is 20%. Okay, 20% times 30% divided by 70%. Makukuha mo ngayon si 21.43%. Si Jong yun, hindi nagbago ang capital interest niya kasi hindi siya involved. Si Momo, 20% ang biniling capital interest, kaya 20% ang kanya. You can check if balance siyang 100%, ibig sabihin tama ang ginagawa mo. Kapag hindi nag-total ang total capital nilang 4, may sala sa ginawa mo. Okay, so yan. Okay. Ma'am, paano kapag sabi ng partners, mag-revalue daw ng assets? O di gawin natin, revaluation of assets. Assets and liabilities are stated at fair values and then the adjustments is allocated first to the existing partner. So, pag nagre-revalue ka, yung naging gain, revaluation gain or loss, ay paghahatian mo na ng existing partners bago mo papasukin yung bagong partner. Okay? So, next. We have a problem here. Sana purchases 20% of Dayon's and Momo's capital interest for 100,000. The carrying amounts and fair values of the partnership's identifiable assets immediately before Sana's admission are as follows. We have cash, equipment, accounts payable, Dayon capital, and Momo capital. Okay? So, binigyan ka ng fair values at 20, 390, 10. So, walang fair values yun kay Dayon at kay Momo. Saan ang highlight ko na? Alin na magkaibang carrying amounts at fair value? You look at the equipment, 340 ang carrying amount niya pero revalued siya. Ang fair value niya is 390, you have to revalue. How much? 390 minus 340 is it's 50,000. Tama ba? Okay, so yeah, 50,000. So, how much is the adjustment in the accounts of Dayon and Momo before Sana's admission? So, yun nga. Bago mo i-admit si Dayon, i-adjust mo muna yung mga capital balances bago i-admit si Sana, i-adjust mo muna yung kay Dayon at kay Momo. So, we have an adjusted capital of 130 for Dayon, Momo for 220. And then, share in revaluation. Ma'am, paano na-compute yung 50,000? That's the difference between the fair value and the carrying amount of the equipment. 50,000 times yung percentage ni Dayon, okay, for the capital interest, okay? And then, wait, that's it. Sinabi ko ba? Hindi ko pala sinabi. Okay, so, hindi ko pala sinabi, guys. So, yun. So, we have, anyway, so, yung share ng in revaluation niya, so given is 40-60 ang hatian nila. So, you have 50,000 times 40%, 20,000, and then Momo, 50,000 times 60%, 30,000. Okay? So, yung share in revaluation nila, ilapag mo na. So, we have 20,000 kay Dayan, kay Momo 30, and then, i-adjust mo lang, this is an increase. Why? From 340, naging 390. Okay, increase siya. Ma'am, paano from 340 naging 300 or 290? Ay di pa baba, deduction sa kanilang capital. Okay, it's like dun sa partnership operation wherein yung may revaluation din. Okay, if you remember. Okay, so yan. Next. So, ang bagong adjusted capital ni Dayon is 150. Kay Momo naman is 250. Okay, and then nag-increase yung capital ng 400 because nag-increase yung value ng equipment by 50,000. Okay? So, yon. Next. How do you record? So, first, you record the equipment. Nag-increase ang value niya. So, debit equipment, 50,000. And, nag-increase yung capital balances ni Dayon at ni Momo, 420 and 30,000. Okay? Next. Let's record the admission of Sana. So, how do you do this? 20% daw ang binili ni Sana sa capital balances ni Momo at ni Dayon. So, kunin mo na yung adjusted balance ni Dayon at ni Momo. Okay, si Dayon ay 150 times 20%. So, ang binili ni Sana is 30. And then, kay Momo is 250 times 20%. Ang binili niya is 50. Okay. So, ang total niya, 80,000. So, you credit Sana's capital by 80,000. Then, you deduct yung mga binili. Siyempre, debit mo kay Dayon, kay Momo. 30 kay Dayon, kay Momo ay 50. So, ganun lang. Okay? How much is the capital balances of the partners after Sana's admission? So, you have yung ginawa natin kanina. So, you have capital beginning of Dayon and Momo, 150 and 250. Ma'am, yung pong, hindi na po yung adjusted balances kanina before the revaluation, no. Yung adjusted capital na after the revaluation, yung ilalagay mo, that's 150 and 250 for 400 total. And then, deduct mo na yung binenta nila kay Sana, which is 30 and 50. And then, kay Sana, credit mo 80. And then, the new capital balances of the partners is 120 for Dayon, Momo 200, and Sana for 80. A total of 400,000. Nagbago ba ang total capital of the partnership? Hindi. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? Next. Yan. We now go to, so yung una is purchase. Sunod is investment in the partnership. Okay? Ano nangyayari dito? Yung partner hindi bumibili. Okay? Willing and able siya mag-invest sa partnership. So, the new partner is investing directly to the partnership instead of purchasing the existing partner's capital interest. Okay? So, this transaction is recorded in the books. Why? Kasi involved na yung partnership. Kasi nag-i-invest ka sa kanya. But no gain or loss is recorded. So, maaari daw may tatlong scenario. You have yung papasok, which is the investor. Yung partner to be, okay, ay yung investment niya is equal sa kinedit sa kanyang capital. Okay? O kundi kaya naman, yung papasok na partner, yung investment niya ay mas malaki kaysa dun sa kinedit sa kanya, capital balance na binigay sa kanya. So, actually, nangyari dun is may bigay siya sa old partners. Okay? At di kaya naman, yung investment niya ay mas maliit kaysa doon sa binigay niyang capital credit. So, bonus to new partners. Anong nangyari? Ma'am, bakit nagkakaroon ng gano'n na hindi equal yung investment na binigay kaysa doon sa binigay sa kanilang capital credit? Maaaring yung bonus to old partners, maaaring nire-recognize yung talent ng mga old partners. Okay, the existing partners nung bagong partner na padating o di kaya naman gusto lang talaga ng old partners na talaga sasali ka sa amin, sige nga, kaya mo bang ganyan, agree ka ba sa ganyan, yung mga ganun, bully lang, charot. Okay, so parang ganon. Yung isa naman is nire-recognize na baka yung expertise at yung talent nung padating na partner ay valuable sa partnership. So, kahit maliit lang yung investment niya, bigay natin na mas malaking capital credit sa kanya. Okay, so yan. So, let's start with this problem. You have the capital balances of partners in ITSICO are as follows. So, kay Ryujin daw ay 40,000, P&L ratio 40%, Yeji, you have 60,000, 30%, Yuna, you have 80,000, P&L ratio of 30%, and then total of 180,000. Okay, the carrying amount of the net assets approximates fair value. Okay, Cheryong invests. Halatang ano eh. Okay. Cheryong invests 60,000 cash for 25% interest in the partnership net assets and profits. Provide the journal entry. So, yan. Kita mo sa problem, yung isa kanina, purchases the capital interest of the partners. Ito, invest 60,000 cash for a 25 interest in the partnership's net assets and profits. Kasi kapag yan, nag-problem solving ka na, maghahalo-halo na yung mga scenarios na yan. Okay, so, yan. So, let's look. How much is the capital credit muna of Cheryong? Kasi binili daw niya for 60,000. Okay? So, let's look at total invested portion. So, ang total niyang binigay na cash is 60,000. Okay? Yung partnership, before the admission of Cheryong, assets ay 180,000. Okay? Nung pinasok na yung investment ni Cheryong, okay, naging total net assets na niya 180 plus 60. lalagyan natin yung mouse. 180 plus 60, naging 240 na siya. Okay? And then sabi, 25% yung binili ni Cheryong sa net assets and profits of the partnership. Okay, so yun yung kanyang total agreed capital. Okay, so paano gawin? Yung 240,000 na net assets, times mo lang sa 25% na sabi binili niya, okay, lalabas 60,000 din yung total agreed niya. So, tingnan mo yung total invested niya or total contributed niya, 60,000. Total agreed niya is also 60,000. May bonus ba? Wala. Okay, so yun. So, this is kapag equal ang investment sa capital credit. Okay, journal entry to record. Syempre, dahil nag-invest si Cheryong, dagdag siya sa partnership, debit cash, 60,000, and then i-credit mo na yung capital account ni Cheryong at 60,000. Okay, that's the total agreed capital. Okay. So, yan. Next, scenario. What if Cheryong invests 80,000 cash for a 25% in the partnership net assets and profits? So, 80,000. 25% pa rin. Okay, let's compute. Partnership asset before admission, you have 180. Okay. Cheryong's investment, total investment column, 80,000. So, nung in-invest na ni Cher yung 80,000, 180 plus 80, you get 260,000. Okay? 260,000 na siya. Then, you multiply it sa 25%, yun yung magiging total agreed ni Cheryong. 260 times 25, you'll get 65,000. Look at the column of the total invested ni Cheryong. You have 80,000. Pero, ang ibinigay lang sa kanila yan, ang talagang binili lang niya is, ang mapapabigay lang sa kanya is 25%. She got 65,000. So, may bonus ba? Yes. 15,000. Kaninong bonus to? Tingnan nyo. Bawas yung investment niya. Hindi sakto yung 80,000 din yung na-credit sa kanyang capital. Okay? Pag ganun, mas malaki yung total invested kesa sa agreed, this is actually bonus sa existing partners. So, maghahati-hati na naman tayo. Okay? So, distribute the bonus to old partners. Okay? So, wait lang, nais ko lang sarili. Okay, distribute the bonus to all partners. So, we have the partners, inihain na natin, Ryujin, Yeji, Yuna, and Cheryong. Capital before admission, you have 40, 60, and 80. So, you have 180,000. Okay? Then, we have investment of Cheryong na 80,000. Ilagay mo na, investment of Cheryong. Okay? Pero, investment of Cheryong lang yan, Okay? Investment of Cheryong lang. Sa baba, yung capital after admission, para hindi ka na malito, ilagay mo na yung total agreed ni Cheryong. Okay, which is 65,000. Para, squeeze mo lang yung figure, bonus to old partners, lalabas si 15,000. Then, distribute the 15,000. Bonus to all partners. Kay Ryujin, 15,000 times 40%. Kay Yeji, 15,000 times 30%. Kay Yuna is 15,000 times 30%. You get 6,000, 4.5, and 4.5 respectively. Okay? So, let's check. Anong ginamit? P&L ratio. Okay? Ma'am, bakit? Testing nga natin. So, commercial break. 40 divided by 180. Okay, kasi kapag kinuha mo yung capital interest percentages nila sa total, hindi siya 40, hindi siya 30, hindi siya 30. Okay? So, yan. Wala lang. Hinighlight ko lang. Okay? So, capital after admission. So, adjust mo na. You have 40,000 for Eugene plus 6, 46. Yeji, 60 plus 4.5, 64,000. Yuna, you get 84.5. And then for Cheryong, 65,000, which is yung agreed. Okay? You get 260,000 total capital of the partnership. May napansin kayo? Dati kasi 180 lang. Okay? 180 lang. Pero after admitting Cheryong, naging 260,000 siya. So, that's the highlight of the investment in partnership. Nag-iiba yung partnership, total partnership capital. Kasi nag-i-invest yung bagong partner. Okay? So, okay? Remember that. So, let's compute for the new P&L ratios. Okay? So, sabi nga, nabawasan, nung inadmit si Cheryong, binigyan siya ng 25% interest sa partnership. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is, kunin natin yung percentage ng tatlong partners. Okay? So, si Cher yung 25 na. So, the rest, 100 minus 25, okay? 100 minus 25, that's for the 3 partners. Okay? Again, si Cher yung 25 na, yung 100 minus 25, para sa tatlo na yon. Paano mo hahatiin yung remaining percentages do sa tatlo? Gamit nung kanilang ratios. Okay? So, we have 40% kay Ryujin. So, 100 minus 25 times 40%. So, you get 30. For Yeji, 22.50. For Yuna, you get 22.50. And then for Cheryong, you get 25. So, this is total of 100. The new P&L ratios are 30, 22.50, 22.50, Cheryong, 25. Okay, so yan. Okay. Okay, next. What if Cheryong invests 52,000 cash for a 25% interest in the partnership's net assets and profits? Okay, so dito naman, makikita ninyo yung bonus to new partners. Okay, so partnership asset before admission, you got 180,000. So, Cheryong's investment, 52,000 daw. So, add mo lang, you get 232,000 total after Cheryong's investment. So, 25% daw ng 232,000 yung kukunin, yung ibibigay kay Cheryong. So, that's 58,000. Magkano yung ininvest niya? Okay, 52,000 lang, pero ang binigay sa kanya 58. Wow! Okay, so may bonus na 6,000. So, 6,000 kaninong bonus? Okay? Sino nagbigay pala ng bonus? Yung bonus na yan ang nagbigay is yung existing partners kay Cheryong. Si Cheryong ang may bonus. Okay, so let's look at the allocation of the bonus. So, you have capital before 40, 60, 80. Nung pumasok si Cheryong, you get 52,000. Okay? Add mo lang 180 plus 52, 232,000. Excuse me. So, ilagay mo na pala, investment 52, and then the total agreed, para hindi ka na nalilito, kay Cher yung 58. Squeeze mo lang, you get 6,000. Pwede nga ito na lang gamitin mo yung table. Okay? Then, from 6,000, dahil siya yung may bonus, how did you allocate yung deduction sa capitals ni Ryujin, Yeji, at Yuna. Kasi sila yung nagbigay. So, you have 6,000 times 40%, 6,000 times 30%, and then Yuna, 6,000 times 30%. Okay, so 241818. So, let's look at the capital after adjustment, 37,600 for Ryujin. Yeji, 58,200. Yuna, 78,200. And then Cheryong, 58,000. For a total of 232,000. Okay, so yon. Okay? So, yan. Tapos pala tayo doon. So, we have the goodwill method. Pa-introduce lang natin kasi hindi na siya ginagamit. Okay? Hindi na siya ginagamit. This is based on US GAAP and this method is banned by PFRS 3 business combination. Okay? Maba't hindi na siya ginagamit? Kasi conflicting na siya kay PFRS or even IFRS. PFRS kasi Philippine. Ang naging basis niya is IFRS 3, International Financial Reporting Standard. So, naging conflict na siya kay PFRS 3 na ang goodwill method is ginagawa lang siya sa business combination. Okay, so, yon. So, na-discuss, magkaiba pala subject yan. I have a discussion regarding business combination. So, diniscuss ko siya dito, yung goodwill method. Okay, so, hindi na ako mag-i-illustrate. Okay. Sabihin ko na lang kung ano ginagawa. Gino-grossed up yung value. For example, si Cher yung bumili ng 20% ng total capital interest. Okay. For the amount of 60,000. So, anong ginagawa doon? 60,000 yung bigay niya, yung investment niya, 60,000, dinidivide into 20%, yun yung binili niya, para makuha yung dapat total partnership capital. Okay, so from there, nagbibigayan, ibig sabihin daw, merong goodwill na existing. Okay, kasi 60,000 divided by 20%, hindi siya talaga yung existing total capital or even the total capital after admitting Chair Yong into the partnership. So, ang nangyari, may existing goodwill at nire-recognize yung goodwill na yon dito sa goodwill method. However, in partnership, hindi na siya ginagamit kasi this is only used daw, sabi ng standard, for business combination. Okay, so, okay, yun lang. So, let's now go to withdrawal, retirement, and death. Death of a partner. Sorry for the typo. Okay. The interest of the withdrawing, retiring, or deceased partner is adjusted for. So, kapag palis na, or sumakabilang buhay na, i-adjust mo muna yung ibigay mo muna sa kanya yung share niya sa profit or loss during the period up to the date of his withdrawal in retirement of death or death, and then his share of any revaluation gains or losses as of the date of his withdrawal, retirement, or death. Okay? So, yun. Adjust mo muna bago ka magpaalam. Okay? So, may be done through purchase by one of all of the remaining partners. So, dito, binibili ng mga partners yung kanyang capital credit. Okay? So, it's not recorded in the partnership books kasi between the partners din, yung transaction. Settlement by the partnership, dito naman is, settlement amount is recorded in the partnership books because it is a transaction between the partner and the partnership. So, yung partnership, yun yung nagsasettle. Okay, dun sa estate, kapag namatay, dun sa estate. Kapag withdrawal or retirement, dun mismo dun sa partner. Okay? Bonus method, settlement may be greater than or less than the value of his interest. So, maaaring yung settlement amount, okay, ay mas malaki or mas maliit kaysa sa kanyang capital credit. So, bonus method yon. And then, maaari din gawin is deferred settlement, which is paunti-unti binibigay yung interest ng outgoing partner. Okay? So, yon. We have the capital balances of partners in ITSICO on July 1, 20X1 before any necessary adjustment are as follows. You have Ryujin, 150,000, 20%, Yeji, 250,000, 30%, and then Yuna, 100,000, 50%, for a total of 500,000. That's a given. The partnership reported profit of 900,000 for the 6 months ended June 30, 20X1. On July 1, 20X1, Yuna withdraws from the partnership when she was bought out. Binili by her co-partners for 622,000 cash. The net assets of the firm as of this date approximate their fair value. So, una muna, dahil aalis si Yuna, ibigay mo muna yung share nila doon sa naging profit na 900,000. Okay? So, adjust first sa capital accounts for the 900,000. You have unadjusted balance, 150 for Ryujin, Yeji for 250, Yuna for 100. Share in profit. Okay, paano na-compute? 900,000 times 20 for Ryujin. For Yeji, you have 900,000 times 30. And then for Yuna, you have 900,000 times 50%. Okay, you'll get 180 for Ryujin, Yeji for 270, Yuna for 450 for a total of 900,000. Okay, adjusted balance. So, adjust mo lang kasi sa income, addition siya sa capital nila. So, you have 150 plus 180, 330. For Yeji, 520. For Yuna, 550. And for the total is 14. Okay? Next. Pamigay muna. Okay, what? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Hindi ko pala diniscuss. So, mangyayari is, what if instead of a purchase, the partnership siya, bakit nandyan na siya? Okay, so, ito yung settlement na. So, ganito. Dahil hindi ko na ilagay yung slide, I'm so sorry. Dahil binili ni Ryujin at Yeji, bought out kasi, ni Ryujin at Yeji, yung capital ni Yuna na 550, binili niya for 620, okay, Yuna withdraws from the partnership bought out by co-partners for 6, kasi hindi ka naman papayag na umalis ka sa partnership if 520 or below ang binayad sa iyo. Kaya ang binayad sa kanya is mas malaki, 620. Okay, biniling ngayon ni Eugene at ni Yeji yung capital ni Yuna for 550, for yung 550 at 620. Hindi siya recorded sa books. Okay? So, between the two na lang, walang gains or losses na mare-record. Okay? Ang mare-record lang is yung matatanggal na yung account ni Yuna Capital. So, debit Yuna Capital for 550 and then credit kung magkano yung hatian ni Ryujin at ni Yeji sa 550. Okay? So, paano ginagawa yun? Dahil sila na lang dalawa yung natira, yung percentages nila is 20% divided by 50%. Bakit? Ryujin, 20 plus Yeji, 30, 50%. So, sila lang naman dalawa maghahati eh. So, 550 times 20%, yun yung kay Ryujin. Yeji times 30% divided by 50%, that's for, 550,000 times 30% divided by 50%, that's for Yeji. Okay? So, ang mangyayari is, di ba total balances ng total capital balances is 1,400. Hindi magbabago. 1,400 pa rin siya. Pero dalawa na lang ang partners. Nawala na si Yuna. So, ibinigay lang, parang anong nangyari sa partnership books, parang ibinigay ni Yuna kay Ryujin at Yeji. Naka-credit yung dalawang account nila. Okay, so yun. Yung sunod, what if, instead of a purchase, the partnership settles Yuna's interest for 620 cash? Ngayon, si partnership nang involved. Siya na yung nag-settle. Okay, hindi within the partners. Settlement na talaga. Ibig sabihin, tatanggalin na mismo, walang bumili. Tinanggal na mismo yung interest ni Yuna. Okay, so, let's look at the adjusted balances na 330, 520, 550 na nandiyan na yung yung 900,000 interest. 900,000 income. So, payment to Yuna 620. So, 550 binili ng ang binigay or settlement ng partnership siguro dahil mabait na partner 620. So, nagkaroon ng 70,000 na bonus to Yuna. Okay? So, pag 70,000 na bonus to Yuna, sino magbibigay ng 70,000 na yun? Siyempre, yung existing partner. So, paano ang hatian niya? Yung kagaya ng kaninang hatian. 70,000 times 20% divided by 50%, that's 28,000. And then, for Yeji, we have 70,000 times 30% divided by 50%, equals to 42,000. Okay? So, yun. Then, deduction siya. Balance after retirement, you have 302,000 for Eugene. For Yeji, you have 478,000. Okay? Total, capital na after Yuna withdraws, 780,000. So, yun yung pagkakaiba pag settlement. Nababawasan talaga yung total capital nila. Okay? So, yan. Yan. Buti pa ito. Merong okay. So, siguro nagkandaletse-letse lang yung yung PPT slides. Sorry, guys. So, we have income summary. Ito yung kanina. To record the share in profits. You have income summary, 900,000. Then, credit mo na kay Ryujin, Yeji, and Yuna, 180, 270, and 450. Okay, before Yuna went away. Okay, so yan. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo regarding 550. This is for the purchase of interest, ha? This is for the purchase of interest. Okay, na-bought out siya. Ito yung unang illustration. Okay, Yuna Capital 550, Ryujin Capital, and Yeji Capital. So, yung 550 pinaghatian nila. For Ryujin, 220. For Yeji, 330. Okay, so yun. I'm so sorry for that, guys. Okay, so, anyway. So, let's go now to the last part, which is incorporation of a partnership. You have the corporation acquires assets and liabilities and assumes the liabilities of the partnership and in return issues shares of stock to the owner. So, dito, parang ang nangyari is, nagkaroon ng investment yung partners doon sa bago nilang corporation. And then, from the partnership itself, mag-i-issue na sila ng shares of stock sa owners. Okay? So, from partnership, to corporation. The partners' capital balances are adjusted for their respective shares in any profit, loss, and revaluation gains or losses at the date of incorporation. So, i-adjust mo and then i-close mo yung libro at magbubukas ka ng bagong libro. Okay? But remember guys, incorporation of a partnership, para din yung formation niya is sa corporation, you have to do with the legal matters. Okay? Yung compliance with SEC requirements, yan. Okay? So, let's look at the illustration. We have ITSI partnership is converted into a corporation on January 1, 20X1. Relevant information follows. So, given ka ng carrying amounts and then fair values and then kinompute ko na yung increases and decreases. Okay, so you have cash, wala. Receivables, meron. From 16 naging 14 na lang yung fair value niya. So, 20,000 decrease. Inventory, 10,000 decrease din. Equipment, 130,000 increase. Okay? Payables, wala. So, you have Eugenia, GNU na capital. Okay? And their respective capital interest. The corporation's authorized capitalization is 2 million divided into 200,000 ordinary shares with par value of 10. So, this is actually written already in their articles of incorporation. Okay? Yung authorized. Assume that the shares to be issued to the partners are based on the respective adjusted capital balances. So, meron tayong condition. Compute for the number of shares to be issued. Respective capital, adjusted capital balances. So, adjust muna natin. Kay Ryujin, kay Yeji, kay Yuna. Adjusted capital, you have 150, 200, and 300 for Ryujin, Yeji, and Yuna respectively. Okay. Next, we have share in revaluation. Ang share in revaluation nila is computed as 100,000 times 20%, 20,000, 100,000 times 30,000, 30%, 30,000, and then 100,000 times 50% is equal to 50,000. Okay? So, ma'am, saan gagaling yung yung 100,000 na-compute natin? That's actually the net increases, net gains or losses in revaluation. Okay, so negative 20, negative 10, plus 130, you get a revaluation gain of 100,000. So, yun yung pinaghatian nila. So, adjusted balances na nila, 170, 230, 350, for a total of 728. That's adjusted total capital. Okay, now, is there any income or losses na hindi na-record? Wala naman sinabi yung problem. So, revaluation lang. Okay? So, ngayon, sabi, based on their capital balances daw, yung sa corporation. Okay? Yung magiging issuance of their capital. Okay? Share capital. Okay? So, paano natin gagawin yon? Yung adjusted capital, i-divide mo lang siya sa par value. So, parang bumili na siya nung shares na ang par niya is 10. Okay, bumili na siya ng shares, binili niya at par value gamit yung capital balances niya sa partnership before. So, 170,000 divided by 10, you get the number of shares issued para kay Ryujin is 17, for Yeji is 23,000, for Yuna is 30,000, 35,000. Sino majority stockholder? Si Yuna. Okay, so ganon. Ganon lang siya. Okay? Now, we do the journal entries. First, we record the revaluation. So, you have equipment, 130,000. Debit. Bakit? Nag-increase siya ng value. So, kaya naka-debit siya. Receivables, kasi siya ay asset, nabawasan ng value niya. So, credit, receivables, 20,000. Inventory, asset also, nabawasan ng ang kanyang value, 10,000. Then, you now credit the share in the revaluation for the partners. You have Ryujin, 20, Yeji, 30, and then Yuna, 50. Okay? Next. To close the books of the partnership, so, close mo na yung books ng partnership. Syempre, don't leave it hanging. Mamumura ka ni BIR. Charot lang. So, yon. So, we have debit, Ryujin capital. So, paano nga tayo nag-close ng books? Okay, you just close it. Gawin yung zero yung kanyang balances. So, paano? If naka-credit siya, debit mo lang siya. So, ganun. Refreshing your basic accounting. You're using capital 170, Yeji capital 230, Yuna 350, payables 50, debit. For credit, cash, receivables, inventory, and equipment, credit. Pag nilagay mo siya sa worksheet, pinagtama mo yung dalawa, zero na ang account nila. Zeroed out. So, na-close na yung books. Okay? Now, we record for the initial investments in the corporation. Okay? So, paano? Para lang inilagay mo yung cash, debit receivables, inventory, equipment at fair values. Okay? 20, 40, 70, 670. Ma'am, parang yun yung nasa partnership. Yes. Parang naging investment na siya nung tatlo. Okay? Then, credit payables, 50. And then, the share capital of 750. Ma'am, paano nakuha yung share capital? So, balikan natin yung naging issuance ng kanilang shares. Okay, 17 plus 23 plus 35 is 75 times 10 na par value. That's the share capital, 750,000. Okay, so let's assume. Assume that Eugene and Yeji and Yuna agreed to be issued 14,000, 21,000, and 35,000 shares respectively. So, may sinabi na issuance ng shares. So, paano natin gagawin yon? Anong gagawin? Okay, dito kasi makikita mo, parang mas malaki yung ika-credit sa kanilang net assets kaysa sa binili nilang, kaysa doon sa actual nilang hawak na shares. Okay, pag ganun, meron tayong share premium. Okay, so yon. So, we have adjusted net assets and capital. We have 750,000. Siya yung papasok sa corporation eh. Pero ang binili lang, actually ang naibigay lang do sa partners is 14, 20, 35, add mo lang times par value of the shares na 10, 700,000 lang naman. Okay, ang share capital. Okay, ibig sabihin, may labis at ang labis ay share premium which is 50,000. Okay? So, to record the initial investments in the corporation, saan ka titingin? Kasi parehas lang siya kanina dito, sa credit side. You have payables of 50, share capital na 700. Okay, kasi yun lang naman yung hawak nila eh. Then, share premium at 50,000. So, alin na patagdag? Share premium. Okay? Tchanan! Thank you and see you in the guided exercises. So, that ends my discussion for partnership dissolution. I know medyo mahaba kasi 1 hour na. Okay, so I hope this helps you in studying partnership dissolution. Okay? So, yun. See you sa guided exercises.